Hello everyone and welcome back to Milo Farms. Well, we're out in the shop again today and we are going to be changing the engine air filter on this 2009 Smart for 2. It's the 451 model. And the first thing we are going to do that is to take off this bellows right here with these two hose clamps, get that out of the way. If you already have the aftermarket intake on it, which eliminates all of this material in here, this job will be much easier. We're going to go ahead and do a video of that in a few weeks. Where we show how to install that because it just makes life a lot easier. One very important thing to note here is on this car, as well as my last car, this airbox was not installed or reassembled correctly. So the lid is actually not closed. You can see back here, the lid is not closed on the airbox. So that's in part bypassing the filter. So you've gotten the clamps undone as necessary. Then there's these little clamps right here, and you want to stick something in there and pop those loose, or you can use your finger if you can get in there. There's also one more clamp right under there that's really hard to see. You almost have to use a screwdriver to get that. Once you've done that, then you can try to fight the bellows and that lid off and out. There's the bellows out of the way, and now we can try to get this lid out. Sometimes you can slide it over and up like that and it'll come out. So there you can see the top of the air filter, and that is the clean side of the air filter, which should not be dirty, but as you can see, since it was bypassing, it was getting the air on the wrong side and getting it dirty and then taking that dust into the engine, probably shortening the life of the engine in the long run. There's the filter out of the car. That should be the dirty side, which it does have some chunks on it. Then that should be the clean side of the filter, clearly not clean as well. There's the inside of the air box. It has those drains in the bottom. You want to make sure those are clear. The reason it has water in it right now is we just got the car washed, and also it's been raining out. So there is some water in the bottom, but that is to be expected. Just grab those chunks out, or if it's dry, you can vacuum it out as well. Here's our new air filter. I'll link to this on Amazon. Go ahead and drop that back in, and then the hard part is putting the lid on. I think that's why in a lot of cases that lid doesn't get put on properly. So there's the filter in, and the mandatory part of putting this back together is all these tabs have to go underneath the tabs that are in the back right there that are hard to see. And with a brand new air filter that's tall and not squished down yet, it's very difficult to get those to snap in the first time. Okay, the tabs are in, but now you're left with the difficult part of putting the bellows back on. That's why I recommend the aftermarket intakes. It just makes working on the Smart so much easier. It makes so much more space, especially if you're going to do any transmission work. Once you've gotten this box out of here, life is way easier with no effect whatsoever. So we're going to go ahead and try to get the bellows back on and then try to get it all put back together. There it is back together. The trick kind of is to put the bellows against this side first while this is up in the air. Shove it all the way back, snap it into place, and then pull the bellows back onto this side. So probably best we didn't film that. YouTube wouldn't have liked the language necessary for that project, but it's all back together and everything should be good to go. So I'll link to that filter in the description. That one seemed to actually fit the best of any of the filters I've tried so far in this or the other Smart, and everything seems to be going good with the air filter now. So we'll move on to the next project. Hope everybody enjoyed the video, and remember, you can't finish a project without getting started.